A book of the Apocrypha. The Sefer Yosef e Asenath, also known as the Prayer of Asenath, from the book of Joseph and Asenath, chapters 1 through 3. In the first year of plenty, in the second month, on the 5th day of the month, Pharaoh sent Joseph to go all around the land of Egypt. And in the 4th month of the first year, on the 18th day of the month, Joseph came to the borders of Heliopolis, and he was gathering the grain of that country as the sand of the sea. And there was a certain man in that city by the name of Apocryphal, who was a priest of Heliopolis, and a satrap of Pharaoh, and a chief of all Pharaoh's satraps and princes. And this man was exceeding rich, and very sage, and gentle. He was also a counselor of Pharaoh, because he was prudent beyond all of Pharaoh's princes. And he had a virgin daughter by the name Asenath, 18 years of age, tall and comely, beautiful to behold, exceedingly beyond every virgin upon the earth. Now Asenath herself bore no likeness to the virgins of the daughters of Egypt or Mitzrayim, but was in all things like the daughters of the Hebrews of the Ephraim, being tall as Sarah, and comely as Rebekah, and beautiful as Rachel. And the fame of her beauty spread abroad into all that land and to the ends of the world, so that by reason of this all the sons of the princes and the satraps desired to woo her. No, and the sons of the kings also, all young men and mighty, and there was great strife among them because of her, and they essayed to fight against one another. And Pharaoh's firstborn son also heard about her. He continued entreating his father to give her to him to be his woman, and saying unto him, "Oh, give me, father, Asenath, the daughter of Apocryphal, the first man of Heliopolis, to be his woman." And his father Pharaoh said unto him, "Why do you on your part seek a woman lower than yourself, when you are king of all this land? No, but lo, the daughter of Joachim, the king of Moab, is betrothed to you, and she herself is a queen, and beautiful to behold exceedingly. Take then this one to yourself to be your woman." Chapter 2. But Asenath set at naught, and scorned every man, being boastful and haughty, and never had a man seen her, inasmuch as Apocryphal had in his house a tower adjoining, great and high exceedingly, and above the tower was a loft containing 10 chambers, and that the first chamber was great and very lovely, and paved with purple stones. The walls thereof were faced with precious and many colored stones, and the roof also of that chamber was of gold. And within that chamber a number of the Elohim of Mitzrayim, of Egypt, of gold and silver were fixed, and all those Asenath worshipped, and she feared them, and she performed sacrifices to them every day. And the second chamber also contained all Asenath's adornings and chests, and there was gold in it, and much silver, and gold woven raiment unlimited, and stones choice and of great price, and of garments, and all the adornment of her virginity was there. And the third chamber was Asenath's storehouse, containing all the good things of the earth. And the remaining 7 chambers, the 7 virgins who ministered to Asenath occupied, each one having 1 chamber, for that they were the same age, born on the same night with Asenath, and she loved them much. And they were also beautiful exceedingly as the stars of heaven, and never did a man converse with them, or a male child. Now Asenath's great chamber, where her virginity was fostered, had 3 windows. The first window was very large, overlooking over the court to the east. The second looked toward the south. The third looked over the street, and a golden bedstead stood in the chamber looking forward to the east. And the bed was laid with purple stuff interwoven with gold, the bed being woven of scarlet and crimson stuff and fine linen. And on this bed Asenath alone slept, and never had any man or other woman sat thereon. There was also a great court adjoining the house all around, and an exceeding high wall round the court, built of great rectangular stones, and they were also 4 gates in the court overlaid with iron. These were kept each by 18 strong men armed, and there were also planted along the wall fair trees of all kinds, and of all bearing fruit, their fruit being ripe, where it was a season of harvest. And there was also a rich fount of water springing up right from the same court. And beneath the fount was a great cistern receiving the water of that fount, where they went, as it were, a river through the midst of the court, and it watered all the trees of that court.